Well, there are three main reasons to consider a revocable living trust, sometimes just called a revocable trust. The first is probably the most commonly cited, which is avoiding probate. So assets that are actually transferred into your revocable trust during your lifetime become non-probate assets and avoid the probate process. So the trustee simply administers those assets following your death rather than having those assets flow through a probate court proceeding. The second reason to have a revocable living trust is for disability planning during your lifetime. Many of us have heard stories about people who are trying to manage financial affairs for a loved one who may or may not have granted a power of attorney. Sometimes they have, sometimes they haven't. But even with a power of attorney, many financial institutions can be difficult to deal with in making financial decisions. So when you have the assets transferred into the revocable trust, again, the trustee simply administers those assets as the legal owner of those assets. So you don't run into a lot of those difficulties. And the third reason for using a revocable trust is privacy. In many states, assets that are subject to probate and also the will itself become public documents or public knowledge. And we've all seen cases recently in the headlines about celebrities who have died and had their wills on display for the whole world to see. So using a revocable trust is a great way to avoid that unhappy result.